Welcome back to James Lake Show. And yeah, you know what? We got a whole new setup. I got a gimbal, I got audio. We had a 100 grand day yesterday, which I'm going to get into. You guys are going to want to hear about it. And also, I'm going to be talking about the best businesses to build and scale in 2024. Since a brother asked that question on yesterday's video, I'm going to get into it because I think actually some of the answers aren't going to be what you think. Follow me. I'm still going to be doing these like monologues, but I just wanted to take around and trial out this gyro today because it's pretty cool. Obviously, those who have been following the channel know this is my office here in Holland. What's the audio like, guys? Is it good? Comment down below. This is my mug, and this is my company, JLC Distribution. And this is the coolest notepad you've ever seen, purple, to match my purple Lamborghini, the best color. And you know what? Like I told you guys this. 15 years ago, I went bankrupt and I made a business called Swindon Bathroom Warehouse. And it was a real tough time because I thought I was the smartest kid on the block. I quickly realized I wasn't, and the whole thing came closing in on me. And I had a yellow duck as my logo. So now I was in this duck shop that actually me and Beaksy went to last week or the weekend to get Beaksy one. But yeah, purple duck. Like my yellow duck, so it's like a commiseration. Since everything's purple now, since JLC is purple, it's like the old. But like I told you guys, understanding what I understand about business now, I would be able to make that old business work. It's more like I said, it's not the smartest people who do well in business, it's the people who don't quit. Like that is literally it. How cool is this new setup?
I know.
It's very cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
So anyway, let me tell you what's going to be happening with the channel moving forward, because I've had a few people who are like, oh, what are you doing with the channel and blah, blah. Look, I'm just going to be making business content because that's what I know best. I can give wisdom on how to be a man to the point of the age I'm at, 35, how to love God, but I'm not a scholar in my faith, and how to do business, which I think I'm a kind of a bit of a master at now. Famous last words, and if I go broke tomorrow, you don't get to say, haha, he said master, nah, because going broke is part of becoming a master. Oh yeah, guys, what do you think about this hoodie? This is my company. I gave all this stuff. I didn't even mention the fact that I'm in a brand new hoodie. And I'm waiting for some bottoms as well. Those who know me know I always wear a tracksuit. And I've got a JLC tracksuit. My sister's actually getting me some JLC tracksuit bottoms. And instead of wearing Nike and stuff, I'm going to be switching over to the best brand. Hey, and do you know what? Maybe we'll end up selling these as merchandise on this channel. That could be the way. Do you know what? I had a lot of people as well. They're saying, oh, you dress like a school kid because you have a backpack. And yeah, do you know what? I think this is a cool look. I think if you think this is a school kid, I think that's a you problem. How are you dressing up? You were dressing around in a three-piece suit with a top hat? This is how people dress in 2024. Stupid. But we're not tolerating any more of that. But anyway, you've got to stay because I'm going to be telling you the best businesses to do in 2024. I'm just going to talk to you about my business here. So yeah, obviously 3 years, 2 weeks ago, and those who've been following the channel know last month was the first month we posted a profit, like actually physical cash profit, which is crazy. Starts to pay back the €1 million that we put into this. 3 years, 2 weeks ago, this whole office was nothing, we didn't even have any staff, and all we had is a desk and a phone. And Owen, my business partner out here, like pushing the team forward and me stretching myself between the two of them and putting in the money. Finally, we have an organization that's making money. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing on this channel is talking about like what I'm doing, the trials and tribulations I'm facing on a day-to-day, so you can actually see someone who's doing business. Obviously, I'm doing it on quite a big level now because I started with €1 million investment, but I started my business from my mum's garage on eBay 14 years ago. And a lot of the same things that I did when I started out then, I would do now if I had to go back into it. So it's all very pertinent. And I even proved this recently because a lot of people try to say, like, oh yeah, business is not the same, but it really is the same because I've tried and tested and I've done buying and selling even lately just for videos. So stop with the excuses. Do you know it's the excuse mindset? Oh, that won't work. Yeah, those people will never be successful. I never had that won't work mindset. I tried it until I couldn't make it work anymore. Listen, every single idea you're saying that doesn't work, someone's making it work. So who's the person saying it wrong? Is it you? Or are they doing the impossible? And I think that that's true of everything. How cool it is to have audio, hey? Yeah. I can just get followed around and you guys have got like the crispest, clearest audio as we walk around the organization. So yeah, here's the warehouse. We're an IT distributor. Like I said, we did 100 grand yesterday. Do you know what I realized yesterday, which was crazy, is I didn't actually tell you this, Beak. I went onto Instagram and I saw this reel from Israel Adesanya. People comment below if you know Israel Adesanya and what you think of him. He said that he used to have a gratitude book. And each day he would write down 3 things he was grateful for. And the whole point in the gratitude book was that if you had to write things down, you'd be looking for things to be grateful for in the day that maybe you wouldn't have looked for anyway. And I kind of had this reflection. We were having a bad day in sales up until about 4 p.m. I was like, I was so grateful last month when things were going well. And I don't even really appreciate any of this. I just thought that I know some people who are going through serious trials and tribulations in terms of health. And I thought, I don't really even, everything's good. I'm making money. Both my businesses are making money. Life's good. But I haven't even thought about how much that means. And then I started thinking like, man, I need to be more grateful. Like there's going to be a day that none of this is even here and I'll be wishing it was. And then suddenly, bang, a 10 grand deal, bang, another one for like 80. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Maybe that's what I'm missing. But Israel Adesanya said that when he was doing his gratitude book, the abundance that came his way was crazy. And I do think that's the key to the universe, is making sure that you're being forever grateful. Oh, and I heard a really cool quote as well. That it was this guy called Brian Callen that I used to follow. I don't really watch him anymore, but he said the quote, and he was, as you know, he was basically reciting something that Mike Tyson had said. And Mike Tyson had said to Francis Ngannou, he goes, the reason why all this great stuff is happening to you, the reason why you're knocking people out, the reason why you're successful is because God favors you. And he's like, remember to leave with the person who brought you to the dance. So like all this great stuff's happening to you because God has given you this. But you need to remember not to leave with the devil, and that's what happens. And I think that, I think that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah, all these great people we got working with us here. And like I said, we got Melanie, who only just started and already won the Louis Vuitton prize for doing the most calls last week, which is, what do you guys think about that? We don't tell people when the competition is happening. I just put this, yo, one day this week, I'm going to give away a prize. You don't know which day it's going to be, but it's going to be a sick prize. So then everyone just works their asses off, hoping it's going to be that day. But I tell you what, there is a hole in this problem, Beak, and I thought we need to make sure that the people who know that they'll never win because they don't make enough calls don't just start giving up. So we need to make sure we keep pushing them and saying, hey, even if you don't count yourself as someone who's going to be able to win the hour, I'm not accepting no calls. So maybe some of my guys from JLC are seeing this and you're hearing this too. And then it saves the conversation. Right. Take a seat here, please, young lady.
Thank you.
We are going to be talking. I don't need these mics anymore. We're wireless. What a different class this is. Guys, tell me what you think about this setup, because I think it's a different league. Right, let me light myself up for you. So what questions do we have? So I got one question from Jim Life HD, and he said, eBay was well, it's not really a question. It was just, eBay was a gold mine for 5 years, and until it comes back, he's just going to get another job, is what he said. I will push back on that, and actually, the answer will come in the next question. So I do think there's a way, and I think a lot of people are making money on eBay and Amazon. So the trick is how, isn't it, right? So then we have another question, and this is from unnamed user, but best business to build and scale online in 2024. So back, and I'm not giving you advice, back when I was younger, some of the earliest businesses I had was selling on eBay. I was selling all different kinds of things, but one of the best places to go and buy and sell on eBay is at the car boot sales, the markets, going to the flea markets and just trying to do deals where you know you can make a premium. There's so many people who have stuff in their garage that they want to just cash out. You can start doing deals that way. Another way is this. Now, I'm not recommending this, but this is what I did. It's one of the earliest businesses I did, is I sold novelty ID cards. It was like fake IDs, I guess. So I bought them for £2 after the print because I had the printer. The printer cost me like $1,200. I don't know how much they cost now. And then I bought the card for like £1, and then the ink cost £1. And people would buy them off of me for like 10, £20. I can't actually remember, that's why I say 10 or 20. I think it was more like 10 to my friends, but 20 if you weren't my friend. But since my customers were all like local, I think everyone was my friend. So it was just tenner. But I think there's just a million things. I was actually thinking, like, people say it's so difficult to start a business today. I don't think it is. You can go and set a restaurant up, you can go and set a cafe up, you can do online and do eBay where you have no barrier to entry, you can do copywriting, you can do gardening. I do think all the same rules apply. I think that if I was to go back and start again, I would end up exactly where I am. Maybe the route would be different because, like I say, in business, you have to have your finger on the pulse. And if your finger's on the pulse, it's going to dictate the way you move. For sure, that should be the case. But business is still classic business. There's plenty of people still starting up classic businesses, buying and selling online, starting food businesses, cafes. Even my sister started a cafe and she's doing amazing. So I think that people are trying to make business more complicated than it has to be. And like I said to you even, guys, is you need to get out of your own head. You need to get the arrogance of thinking that you want to start up this crazy like app, become a billionaire. Like, you will become a billionaire if you want to become a billionaire and you work your ass off. I'm going to become a billionaire. But I didn't become what I am now, and it's not a billionaire, right? I probably got about 50 times, I reckon. I reckon my business empire is worth about 20 million. I reckon I got about 50 times before I become a billionaire, but that will happen. And that's not happening because I'm like some slick tech guy, even though we sell tech. It's happened because we work our asses off. I surround myself with a team who work their asses off, and we buy and sell boxes. Like, it truly, yeah, you don't need to overcomplicate it. Get onto eBay, get onto Amazon. You don't have to be some billionaire day one. I think the crypto culture kind of ruined everything because people now just want to get unbelievably rich really, really quick. And that does happen to people. But it's the same as the lottery. I think that back in the day, people wouldn't start a business because they hoped they would win the lottery. And yeah, okay, maybe the ratios of people like winning the like quote unquote lottery is way higher with crypto. But still, to put all your eggs in that basket and hope that you're never going to have to like really put in the effort and the work. Like I said, a business will feel like a black hole for the first 2-3 years, whatever business you do. And if you work hard enough and you keep restructuring the idea, maybe you don't even have to restructure the idea. In the end, enough people will know you, word will get around, and you will become successful. Because it will not remain a black hole forever. It will eventually become a star and start emitting radiation. And I think that fast money, and that used to be like people selling things they shouldn't have been selling when we were younger, but fast money now can be people trying to get a crypto pump. And if you're at home living at your mum's house and you have a little bit of savings, like, there's no shortcut to hard work. And even if that will make you rich, you're still going to have to do all the things that make you a great man by putting in the work. So don't look for shortcuts. Look to the fact that hard work will pay off twofold. One, in the money that you'll have left in the bank, and two, in the experience and the wisdom you gain. Like I said, if I had sat there and just prayed day in, day out to have a business that turns over the money that my company turns over with all of the staff that it has, I would have crumbled on day one if it got put on my lap. I had to go through the furnace to get where I am. And if I didn't go through the furnace, I wouldn't be competent enough to do it. So once you understand that, you kind of can smile during the hard times. But I think people don't want to accept that reality. And to be honest, people have never really wanted to accept that reality. And that's why you don't see too many people who end up successful through business. Some people fail just from failing. And that's happened to me before too. But a lot of people fail because they don't want to go through the trials and tribulations. And that's what we need to get back. That's what you're going to get back by following my channel. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I'm obviously going to be making another video tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, comment down below any questions you have. And actually, I will put my Discord server down below. Join the Discord where you can speak to me one-on-one. And yeah, any business questions you got, fire them away. Like I said, my relationship to God is very personal in the ways that there's not really much I can give you guys in terms of knowledge. I'm on my own journey. But what I can give you is the fact that I understood how to do business for a long time. I started this business 14 years ago, and I've had wild success. So thank you, God. MashaAllah. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. I love you all, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Over and out.